This episode of Comics for Fun and Profit is brought to you by Threadless. More importantly, the Comics Fun Profit shop on Threadless at comicsfunprofit.threadless.com, where you can find, about half a dozen different designs, plenty of Comics for Fun and Profit themed merch. If you just want a t-shirt, you're good, and if you want sweatshirts or other swaggy items, and you can get anything. Phone cases, shower curtains. It runs the gamut. Skateboards, I think. So check that out. We've already sold several. We're excited about the fact that the folks that want to support us in this way are able to and wear our merch out in the real world. That's pretty exciting stuff. So get your Comics for Fun and Profit branded items at comicsfunprofit.threadless.com.
Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 806 for comics originally coming out March the 7th and March the 8th. But before Drew and I get into what's coming up in your local comic book shops this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, Drew, I'm behind in both Mandalorian and Last of Us, so move on. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my goodness. So, to be behind, you haven't watched episode 7.
Correct. I have not watched 7.
Or the premiere of the new.
Yeah, and unfortunately someone said 7 was boring, which kind of just immediately miffed my wanting to watch it.
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I asked you a couple questions that probably might spoil a little bit of it.
I knew it was going because, as we were going, I was, with my video game knowledge, going through, all right, this is going to happen in this one. This is where, he's going to get stabbed in this one, so we're going to have the downtime here, so we're probably going to do this, this, and this. So, I am aware of how things stack up.
I've been reading some great comics. I don't know. It hasn't been in the big 2, but...
Wow. Hear no shock at all on my face when you say that.
Well, some of them have been good. Like Human Target finished up. It was really, really good. And these Tom King haters that they hated the Batcat run.
Batcat book, yeah.
And I get it, drug out and stuff, but he's done so much good stuff that I don't know why they still hate him, but I hadn't got around to Damn Them All yet, by Cy Spurrier and Charlie Adler. And for Charlie Adler to go from Walking Dead and then he shoots over to this Damn Them All from Boom Studios, I'm like, it's kind of a risk, right? Because he could have cashed in and went to mainstream if he wanted to. But this thing is like, I've only read the first couple, so maybe I'm jumping the gun. But it's like a little female Constantine stuff going on. I'm getting Constantine vibes, and I got a thing for Constantine, so that's been really, really good. And I just came to it late. It's got 5 or 6 issues out, and I've only read the first couple. The Ones finished up, that Brian Michael Bendis thing. That was a fun one. I think that was a Dark Horse. That was a Dark Horse book. I had been hearing people rave about Junkyard Dogs, not Junkyard Dog, Junkyard Joe.
That spinoff of
Geiger, and I was like, I don't need a spinoff of this, but it's really good. I thought it was really good. It's just like a bunch of really great stuff at a bunch of the smaller mid-tier to tiny publishers. Specs finished up over at I think that was Boom as well, with the X-Ray Specs. That was a fun little 4-issue thing. But yeah, I've just been like really hitting one great comic after the other, which is nice. I've had good stuff in the big 2, but not a lot of great comics in the big 2 lately. Seems like they're playing it safe.
Quick aside, your favorite Tom King, what is it? I think I know the answer to you, but
I hate to go all the way back to Vision, but that was that's probably my favorite thing of his, just because it was just so great and it was so unknown. He was such an unknown quantity.
Yeah.
That's probably still my favorite, but I've enjoyed a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, Grayson was mine. I enjoy, great. I was a little miffed at what we were going to do with that Grayson run, but in the end, I actually really liked it. I think he did a really great job with that. And then I see a lot of people talking about his Mr. Miracle run. Was another really good one, but I didn't touch on that one.
Well, he's doing Gotham City Year One, which is a lot of fun.
Yep.
I like that. But that's noir, so that's kind of in the bag for me already. But
it's true.
It was really good. Yeah, it was really good. So yeah, I like a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, so we are not Tom King haters here.
No.
We may have made a little bit of fun at the Batcat, but that was just all out of good fun.
The Batcat that went on and had the Christmas Carol lyrics throughout, and just like, oh my God, we're reading them in June and July, and Christmas carols are still a main part of it. It was pretty bad. Bad. But you know what might be good is some Image books in the previews catalog. I think we should check out, what are we looking at here? March for May?
March for May. Can't believe we're already, it's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Right off the bat, we're looking at Arcade Kings, 5-issue series for fans of Invincible and Murder Falcon. I like both of those. Yes, please.
It's going to be an interesting mashup, those two different varieties here.
Yeah. Dylan Burnett doing story and art. So it's all him.
I'm going to be very curious for the cover C's, which are the fighting game incentive covers. So I assume we're going to have like a Mortal Kombat cover, a Street Fighter cover, a Tekken cover, and I've already named more fighting games than Drew knows.
Oh, yeah. You could say them and I would be, oh yeah, that's a fighting game.
Yeah, that one.
But
that one was a good one too.
I wouldn't go to those.
Killer Instinct.
Yeah. Well, there's like ones that had like 10. The arcade game had like the 10 buttons.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I can't remember which one that one was, but that was a fighting game. I was like, how do people play this? There was like 10 different buttons that you had to maneuver.
Because you have to have a heavy, a medium, and a weak for hands and for kicks, and then
look at that. Maybe so.
Yep.
Maybe so.
And then I'll be curious whether they do a Smash Brothers incentive as well.
Yeah.
That's really cool stuff.
But they're probably I would imagine there would be some arcade game, stand-up arcade game homages too.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, it's very Technicolor.
A lot of neon.
A lot of neon. I don't know. I haven't read these sample pages. I'm just glancing at them, and my first instinct is not for me. But I will probably read these pages before I make that choice. And I might even sample this.
His head is very reminiscent of Gemini Man from Mega Man, so I'm getting flashbacks of that kind of thing.
There you go. That works for you.
Always. Next, we have Something Epic, #1. Why did I have to pick the difficult people to say their names?
That's just Simon.
That is just Simon. Simon Kodransky. That's right. It jumped off the page, and I was like, oh, no.
It's a weird way to spell Simon. But it's for fans of 8 Billion Genies and Echo Lands. So I'm halfway there.
Yeah.
And they have a Amazing Fantasy homage in their initial launch, and a Super Mario homage in their first launch. So they're really, and a Terminator homage.
I was gonna say that's a Terminator on there too.
Yeah. So those are the 3 I recognize. There might be others.
Very cool.
I'm looking at some of that. It's kind of an ethereal, moody art. Pretty realistic.
Yeah.
As I glance down through it, almost black and white though. Not seeing a lot of color. Are you?
But very shaded and detailed.
Or like spot color, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just not final art.
It's very possible.
It's not. We haven't done colors yet. But the art's like way over what we just saw in the previous solicit. Like it's really, really good art.
Yeah.
Amazing. Not that was bad, but this is just obviously incredibly detailed.
Yeah, very good.
The Savage Strength of Starstorm #1, a Drew Craig story with art by Drew Craig and Jason Feinstone, related to Wes Craig, I'm guessing, who's doing a cover B, maybe his kid. A lot of nepotism in comics.
Yeah.
A whole lot of nepotism in comics. It's a high-octane sci-fi series with a teen superhero for the next generation. Yeah, this does not look like something I would want to read.
Yeah.
At all. But, if it's a slow week, maybe. Saladin Ahmed giving us Star Signs #1. Wicked and Divine meets Radiant Black in a stunning new fantasy. The genres are action, adventure, sci-fi, and superheroes. They're kind of checking almost all the boxes.
Okay, so I've been pushing back against you on this. Haha, superheroes and Image. I'm so close to joining you because this is way too much superhero bullcrap in my Image.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that's what we need.
No.
I don't know we need more superhero.
It doesn't move the needle,
stuff.
and they know it doesn't. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess can't tell their superhero stories at the big two. They're going to tell them where they want to tell them, or somebody else that'll let them tell them. So I get it. I get it. I just don't want to read so many.
Yeah. One of the reasons I come to Image is I want something different than just capes.
Yeah, it's like I am with supernatural stuff. Like, okay, everything's got these supernatural twists. All right, but why? The original elevator pitch for your story was okay. Just go with that. You don't have to throw in, and then the ghost shows up.
Yeah.
We're getting a supermassive one shot by your boy Kyle Higgins.
Hey, superheroes.
He's built an entire universe, though. Hats off to him.
Yeah.
Without my help at all. 20th Century Men gets a trade. Art Brute gets collected. Flawed gets collected. Hanthology trade paperback. Jeremy Hahn, our boy.
Yeah.
It's 28 short stories and vignettes from Jeremy Hahn, who did The Beauty, which I love, of course.
Written during the COVID lockdowns.
Yeah. So I don't know who did the art. He did all the art too.
Yeah, I was gonna say he did everything.
So this is just wow. It's super massive. You know what I would have done? Broken this bad boy up into issues.
152 pages divided by 30.
You could have given me 4 issues out of this, easy, and that'd have been fun. But I get it, especially with the Image business model. You'd have to you got to pay the $2,500 fee 4 times in that respect, and this way you only have to pay it once. So I get that, and it's all him. So he's got to eat it. So why not do it? Why not do a graphic novel?
Maybe he just wanted a nice trade to put on the bookshelf. He just wanted a thick boy.
Yeah, that's true. I don't like that direction though.
I don't either.
I like the floppies. Hitomi gets collected. Least We Can Do gets collected. Bloodstained Teeth gets its 2nd volume collected, along with Gunslinger Spawn. Invincible gets another compendium.
Oh, wow.
2nd one. So another 48.
And that went to around 150, didn't it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, because I'm wondering if it'll end or if it'll be 3 volumes, just like Walking Dead was. I can't remember anything though.
I don't know. Wasn't Walking Dead like 162? Well, was it 148?
Yeah.
I don't know. Witchblade's on volume 3 of its trades, and then a whole bunch more trades in their summer reading list.
Oh my, yeah.
Of things that they're offering. Then we get back to some ongoings with Almighty 4 of 5, Ambassadors 4 of 5, and 5 of 6. Black Cloak number 5, which doesn't say it's a mini, so we're going to say that's an ongoing, as well as Peter J. Tomase's Blood Tree, which is on issue 4. I haven't got a chance to read that one yet, but I need to because it's a detective story.
It's a crime and mystery.
Mm-hmm. Dark Ride hits number 6 by Josh Williamson. Did I read this one? I think I did. Dead Romans is on 3 of 6. Deep Cuts, your boy Kyle Higgins again doing this. That's issue 2 of 6.
Mm-hmm.
I have that one first one hasn't been out yet.
Chicago 1928.
Yeah. The Forged is on 3. That's an ongoing by Greg Rucka.
Yeah.
The Giant Cockjew by Jerry Duggan. Not interested in that.
It's humorous.
Yeah, kind of. A certain type of humor. Gunslinger Spawn 20. Hits 20. Hexware finishes up.
Ending up, yeah.
Yeah, with what's your boy Tim Seeley?
Mm-hmm.
Hey Kids Comics, of course, that first issue still hasn't hit, so we don't know what era this really is hitting. But this is 2 of 6. Should be fun. I'll like it. Nobody else does.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, and I Hate This Place is on issue 8. This is a book I thought could have ended at 6, but it's still going too.
Still going.
So I guess sales are supporting it, so that's good. Immortal Sergeant. I haven't read this. I get this stacked up. Just haven't pulled the trigger yet.
Joe Kelly gives you a reason to, but man, the art doesn't leave anything that I.
It does not entice me. Yeah, so
Yeah.
It's I'm there for the Joe Kelly writing, but I got to overcome the art. We got Indigo Children at number 3.
Junk Rabbit.
It looks like it's got some really good art in it. I think we've experienced this with Jimmy Robinson before. We've liked the art, but the story's been a little lackluster. So we'll see how this one is. Wes Craig's Kaya. I believe I mentioned that I sampled this and did not like it and did not continue.
Yeah, I did not even dip in.
Yeah, King Spawn 22. Last Barbarian, which
finding another really good artist, Kevin Keane on this one. Love that cover. Be on Spawn, King Spawn.
Is that the one with the crown in the corner?
Yep.
Okay. Your boy Brian Haberlin with the Last Barbarians. You've liked
more good-looking covers, yeah.
You've liked those covers a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Little Monsters hits 13. Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen.
Very cool.
It's been really good. Local Man. Okay, I read that first one. I read the first Local Man. Tim Seeley, Tony Fleeks. I like the Tony Fleeks art. Didn't care for the Tim Seeley art. That was like throwback Youngblood style. I mean, it was on purpose, obviously.
Yeah.
Youngblood was something that was a big deal back when I was very young, when Image launched, but it didn't appeal to me. But it was very hot. It was one of those hot Image launch books. And so there's some Youngblood touches in here, or third gen, which is kind of looks a little like Youngblood, in that essence anyway, and references that I'm not getting from not being part of that some of those Image launch titles.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I think other people might resonate with that a little better. But I did like it, so I'm enough to read the next one.
Enough to talk 12 minutes on it. Not bad.
I do that sometimes. Love Everlasting, it's number 7. Another Tom King I'm enjoying very much. Magic Order 4, number 5 of 6. Magic Order 4, number 5 of 6. Thank you.
That's so difficult to say.
Yes. Monarch is issue 4. Nemesis finishes up with its Reloaded volume. Wonder if we'll get another one of those. Club finishes up with its 6th. I believe I read the first 2, maybe 3.
Double size finale, 40 pages.
They were pretty good.
Yeah.
No One, I haven't seen that one yet. It hasn't come across my desk. Nocterra is really good. Still,
yeah. Resubmission for Old Dog 4.
Yeah. So does that mean it's just been delayed so long that they had to resolicit it?
They're like, hey, let's remind everybody this thing still exists. I like the Junie Ba cover C. We've got some fun, a little bit of a fun cover there.
Yeah. Like stylistically. Ordinary Gods also resolicit. It's 12th issue. Now, like, you know what? I hate that I touch on these, but because I'm not cranking out a monthly comic book, so I don't know the difficulties of it, but it is annoying for all those of us that are looking at you, Saga, at 65, because I know you're going to be going on your break here pretty soon.
That's an awesome cover, and that's an awesome solicit. Everything is going to be fine.
You just love Lion Cat, though.
I do.
You love
one
all
of my
cats,
favorite.
Really.
Yep, I have my pop figures for Lion Cat. I have my encapsulated Lion Cat cover. He is probably my A1 number one character from Saga.
Mm-hmm. Savage Dragon 266 gives us a swimsuit cover, variant cover. Having fun with that.
Weed, and more weed.
Is that what Savage Dragon is?
Yeah.
I don't know that. Scorched is at 18. Spawn hits 342. Still trucking. Stoneheart at 3. Didn't read this one. I don't know if I might not have it yet. Might not have that first issue yet.
That one intrigued me. I'm gonna have to swing back if that one's out.
Yeah, I think you might even picked it.
Yeah, I did.
The first issue.
I like it.
Summoner's War hits 2 of 6. Terror War hits number 2. So not to be confused with Summoner's War. Terror War. And Time Before Time, it lands at 23. Torrent at 4.
Holy crap, there's a lot of Image books.
It's not as bad as Marvel last week. We're almost at the end.
Yeah.
Vanish is back from Donny Cates. And then Walking Dead Deluxe lands at 62. What's going on there?
62 and 63. Dale is missing. Oh, no.
Dale is still alive?
And this is we're getting into Father Gabriel.
Okay. I'm conflating the TV series in this comic again. Furthest Place from Here lands at issue 13. Still trucking. And there's your elite speak. World Tree number 2 with a 0 and some 3s. I really hate this. But it's James Tynion, so it might be good.
So there's got to be a reason for it, man.
Yeah. There you go. All that Image goodness. What do you think, Kyle?
I love that they're just pumping out quite a few books, but we are unfortunately in the more misses than hits phase.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some gold in there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I am cooler than I used to be on Image because I was like Image crazed for a while, reading just about everything they were putting out.
Can't do that now. Just
I'm probably not even half what they're putting out now. So much less than I used to be, but I still find some great stuff in there. And then some of my favorites like Saga.
Yeah. It's all short stories. 6 issues, 5 issues. Nothing really goes long anymore.
Not much. Nope. Very little.
Yeah. You got your Spawns that are in the 20s. Let's see. Little Monster went to 13's the high at the moment. Nocterra at 15's the new high. Yeah. Of course, Saga. Saga and Savage Dragon, the big dogs.
Well, and then Spawn. I mean, I don't know if you count those.
Yeah, Time Before Time got over 20. But yeah, everything else is just.
Yeah, Time Before Time at 23 is surprising me.
Yeah, we got 2 storylines and we're out. So are the days of ongoings dead?
Probably.
Oh, yeah. Don't say that. I hate that so much.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll be like Millar and we'll do 5 or 6 volumes of the same thing, and then maybe we'll do a legacy number on it when it gets to 50 or something.
Yeah, and that's the worst thing you can do for spec market too, is not have ongoing. So blah.
Yeah. I mean, Saga number 1 maintains its value because it's on 65 and not on volume 7 number 2. I don't know that it would have it would have the same value. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yuck is all I can say.
Yeah. Let's slide over the Hot 10 and see what is happening over with our good friends at CBSI. Of
course, we are over at comicbookinvest.com. Our good friends at CBSI. Look at their Hot 10 for last week because they are no longer current with us on this week. We click on it and we find that the number 1 book on their Hot 10 is The Last of Us American Dreams, number 1. This is, of course, the 4-issue series that came out along with the video game, giving some additional story and some additional LE content. CGC 9.8s are between 1,400 and 1,700. 9.6 is between 600 and 700. Back on the list.
Great value.
Yeah. Do we think the price is too high? Probably. Does that really matter? Not really. People love the show, and that's the simple reason why it continues to have very good prices.
So when the show's over, price is going to drop.
Yeah, I would think so.
Probably.
Yeah. Yep. At rank 2, Cerebus in Hell, Cancel America #1 by Dave Sim and Joe Simon. $40 for an unsigned, $60 for a signed. Definitely don't bring in politics here. There's clearly people that love them, though, on both sides of the aisle. You all do you. Enjoy comics and escape.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. So is this new?
Yeah, it looks like one of those jokey political comics, but I'm unaware. I will have to do some research on that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
At rank 3, we have Something is Killing the Children #1 from James Tinian the fourth. 9.8s are almost $800. Another blast from the past. Do I want to see this as a show? Yes. Do I think that the book will reach its previous all-time high? Probably not.
That's amazing.
Yeah, love that book. At rank 4, Lazarus Planet Omega #1. The Helene Lenoble 1 in 50 variant is going for over $70. Wow, it's a cool cover for sure. I can see this stuck in personal collections for a long period of time.
I don't love that one.
Yeah.
It was way better Power Girl.
I was just going to say we had a better one 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
At rank 5, we had Invincible Iron Man #1, the second print, Bob Layton 1 in 25. This is essentially all the different Mark suits all lined up. Very cool book. Up to $70 gone off of eBay. Hard to find. Love this cover. Wish the CGC had a case where the wraparound cover could be all front displayed, but they do not. Vault of Spiders #1, the Marcos Martin variant.
Kyle,
20. Yes.
Would you pay, let's say it costs $35 for a CGC, but you had a wraparound cover book that you wanted graded, would you pay 50% more? So would you pay, let's say, $50 to have it CGC'd in a wraparound clear case?
Yeah. If I got something really cool that like, yeah, definitely.
So you could,
put it on display and see all of its glory. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll pay for that plastic. No big deal.
Okay.
At rank 6, Vault of Spiders #1, the Marcos Martin variant by Varios. Nice. $20 to $30 for raw copies. CGC 9.8s for over $150. Spider Bite is supposedly confirmed for the Edge of Spider-Verse movie, and she has a Funko to go along with it. Amazingly, at the current price, I don't really hate the price on this one. Pick them up.
It's one of the worst Marcos Martin covers I've ever seen. I mean, his stuff is so much better than that normally.
Yeah. At rank 7, we have Superman #1, the Jamal Campbell 1 per store black and white foil variant, $30 to $40. Really, DC? Another friggin' reboot. In any case, people still love these 1 per store variants and are gobbling them up online.
Perceived rarity, but probably less rare than what?
1 in 50s?
100s?
Definitely 1 in 100s. Yeah.
Because no, that's not true. It had to be one in 500, one in 1,000. So that might be less.
I would say the 1 per stores are more prevalent than 1 in 100s.
It can't be. If you sell 5,000. Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess. Oh, but the store. I'm sorry. You're right. Because the store has to.
Correct.
Order.
And I'm guessing.
There might be 80,
less. 80% of stores aren't going to 100 on a lot of books.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I bet you 1 in 50s are more rare than 1 per store variants.
Than these 4,000 out there 1 per stores. Yeah.
Yeah. I talked myself into it. You've talked me into it. Yes. These aren't that damn rare.
But people love the perceived rarity of having to go through a shop to get one.
Yep.
At rank 8, we have Marvel Boy #1. Grant Morrison was less than $10 now. It's over $25. The book itself might be a good play, but I can't believe that Marvel would choose this character for the Stephen Yeun casting.
Oh.
I do love Stephen Yeun, so whatever he does, I think it'll hit.
Yeah, but he could have got a better character.
Yep. Essentia #13. $25 to $30. Watch that shipping from Torpedo eBay. Now that people are aware of how to get the J. Scott Campbell Redemption book, coupons in issues 13 through 17, by the way, has this lost its mystique? No clue what's going on there. And at rank 10, we have the Amazing Fantasy 15 from 2002. $700 for a CGC 9.8. 9.6 going for $300 to $333.
What?
Yoon being Amadeus Cho makes more sense to me despite his age. Although Yoon doesn't look that old, this book is still way lower than its peak within the past couple of years. But interest is definitely revived at the moment. That's right, Amadeus Cho is the casting I heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time for a break from our show to pay the bills. Check out beacons.ai/comicsfunprofit for all the C4 FAP links you could ever need, all in one place. You can provide feedback, listen, support, share, enjoy these. We have our Patreon there. You can buy us a beer or a coffee. You can check out our Instagrams, our Twitters, our Facebooks. Check out our YouTube page. You can email us. You can listen to our podcasts on Patreon, if you're a subscriber, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, on Podbean. We have Google Podcasts on there. We have an Amazon wish list. You want to buy Kyle and I something? Fine. You can do that here. We appreciate it. We have Kyle's RPG podcast listed on there, so you can check out his Dork Day Afternoon offerings. We have Cowabunga links, so you can check out the Cowabunga Deep Discount FOC and pre-order list. Get on that. That's RLCS, so you can check that out as well. And we want to just give you opportunities to say hi, to check out what we're doing, support us if you would like, or just listen. Check out beacons.ai/comicsfunprofit for all the C4 FAP links you could ever need. Thanks. Back to the show.
All right, Drew, it's time to dig through our FOC. Of course, FOC is
let's look at the honorable mentions.
Oh, that's right. I didn't do honorable mentions.
You blew right by them.
Yeah, I stopped because I was stuck on
Amadeus Maybe they're
Cho.
terrible, and you just knew they were terrible. So
yeah, well, one of my favorite covers is the Amazing Spider-Man #4 J. Scott Campbell's variant from 2014. $820 for CGC 9.8. It's a shame that Silk isn't on this cover instead of Black Cat. If she were, this may be even higher. As it stands, it is one of J. Scott Campbell's best covers out there, and having that key first appearance makes this a must-have for collectors.
It is weird that it's like, it's a key, it's a first appearance, but that character is not on the cover. But then there's also J. Scott Campbell people that don't give a shit about Silk and are just after this Black Cat cover. Yep. That is kind of neat.
Yeah. Crime Suspense Stories number 17, a CGC 5.0 went for $1,700. That tier, that simple little detail conveys to me the emotion that is involved when a suicide occurs. Classic covers. If you are contemplating suicide, please know that you are not alone, and there are people that do want to help you. Of course, Drew wanted us to end on that sad note.
Wow, I didn't realize it was gonna be.
Tried to move away from it. Drew steered me right back.
Is suicide covers a niche?
Oh, I'm sure there's somebody that's their jam.
Twisted people out there that's what they're after. Yeah. Nazi covers and suicide covers.
Yeah.
Jesus. Let's move on. Coming
FOC. Of course, the FOC is the final order cutoff. It is our last chance to add a few items to our order that we did back in previews days. Maybe we've found some more information, fell in love with the book, or just want to spec on some really good stuff and not chase it on the secondary market. I get a nice, cool order sheet from our good friends at Cowabunga Comics and Deep Discount Comics that shows me exactly how to order and what is available on the FOC. I'm going to head over to Lunar Distributions and click through the DC offerings.
Yeah, I think, with this, DC's really focusing on the Superman books. Yeah. They're putting a lot of weight behind relaunching Action and Superman and whatever that other one was. Mm-hmm. World's Finest, maybe. That they're trying to prop up. With this Dawn of DC thing, and they're putting a lot of covers behind it, and the covers are all pretty darn good. So as long as they continue to do that, it's going to give Action Comics and Superman a chance to get some traction in the marketplace. What's your gut? Does your gut tell you that it's going to be a top 5 book for them? No, probably not.
Probably not.
Right?
There are still people that just Spider-Man or Superman don't work.
Superman doesn't work for him, yeah. And but it might be one of their top 10 books. Might be able to crack their top 10.
Absolutely.
But I don't know if it'll sell as well as Nightwing.
Yeah.
After the initial luster wears off.
Yeah, after the initial. Yep.
We'll see. I wish them all the best. The Nason's Rarity 1 in 25 Power Girls nicer than that one that was trending on the hot.
I was thinking the same thing. Yep.
And isn't there a Lee Weeks? Now Lee Weeks is not his best. Still good.
Yeah, I was trying not to say anything, but I don't like aside from the Power Girl, I don't really like any of the action covers.
Yeah. So but there's like half a dozen of them. So I'm saying they're actually they're at least attempting.
Correct.
To put some muscle behind. But if they're not, then it's like maybe 2. Dark Knights of Steel has a cool Jorge Molina. Batman is actually a knight cover with a dragon behind him. It's pretty wicked. Yeah. That's a great cover.
Mm-hmm.
On what's happening in Detective, but I don't think we're getting anything too twisted. Oh well, there's this Seb McKinnon that's kind of twisted. The 1 in 25. That's a twisted cover. Holy smokes.
You got like a wedding going on. Yeah.
Like a red wedding situation with a giant bat. Man, that's creepy.
That's it. Yeah, that might be just worth having just because it's loco, man. That's crazy.
We have a free comic book day, Dawn of DC Night Terror special edition foil cardstock. What are you going to pay for that? Well, it's free, I guess, right? It says it's $10 though.
Yeah.
So it's a $10 book. So okay, so you go in for free comic book day, you get your free comic, but then they have a $10 version of that comic that's with a foil cover.
I'm in.
You like that? You like that?
Sure.
All right. I do not.
Some of us go into Free Comic Book Day looking to support our local comic book shops, not just steal, freeze, swag, and leave, Drew.
No. You can, yes. but they're supposed to have like things going on.
I know, I'm messing.
You support. It shouldn't be cash grabs from the publishers. The publishers have to kind of subsidize the day. Anyway. But yeah, I get it, I guess.
Great Harley covers, including Jenny Frison, Dan Mora. Big fan of those.
I give the edge to Jenny Frison because that's independently orderable. Mm-hmm. You don't have to pay too much. The Kathy Kwan, though. Who's this?
It's so dumb.
Oh, it's nice.
Really?
Yeah. It's a new style I haven't seen. I like it.
Yeah.
Her hair looks like spaghetti. She's got a lot of tats.
She's wearing a bunch of rings and bracelets and has tattoos that are not canon.
Maybe they're temps.
Yes, she's going through a henna tattoo phase.
Looks like she's got like things in her hair, beads in her hair too. I don't know, man. It's kind of cool. You don't like it? Put
it on the wall, my brother. Put it on the wall.
It's I think it's pretty nice. Keep your eye out for Kathy Kwan stuff. I want to see what else she does. Lazarus Planet is still happening. It's still a thing.
Still a thing.
Still a thing. I did not realize that. The Nasty #1 is
yeah.
Who's that? That's Nightfall Comics.
Yeah.
All right. They're cranking out the covers. Looks like we're getting a 1 in 100.
The 1 in 75. Jason Shaw Alexander. The movie cover is the best one.
Yeah, but a 1 in 100 for a tiny little label. That's a bit ambitious.
that was the exact word I was about to use.
I've never heard of that label. Which comic shop is going 100 deep for you? Midtown and DCBS maybe?
Yeah.
Lone Star? So you've sold 3 copies of that, if you're lucky. Was that even worth commissioning?
Yeah.
No.
Because if 2 people get it, it's a super rare book and becomes a thing.
But it doesn't do the publisher any good.
Yeah.
They had to pay at least $500, maybe $1,000 for that cover. Yeah, that's dumb.
Can we just get rid of Tim Drake's Robin book?
No, I've come back around on it.
He's the favorite Robin now.
No, it's just as good. It's a solid comic. It's okay. I mean, it's a low bar, but for comic books. I mean, it's above average. I don't hate reading it. How's that for a lukewarm?
Yeah. I wonder if they'll put that on the back of the book.
Yeah.
I don't hate reading this.
I don't hate reading this. It's not awful. I mean, if I had to make cuts, like if I was on the cusp of I need to cut a DC book, it would be on the short list to go.
Yeah.
But it's okay. So if it's a slow week, I like it. I'll read it.
Oh, Unstoppable Doom Patrol. A lot of really good covers there.
Really, I like the Nathan Zarity. I mean, that's really something.
Yeah.
It's almost like photo realistic.
Yeah, it's got a weird Uncanny Valley thing going on.
I don't know what that is. What's that reference?
It's where you can't tell if it's a real or fake person.
Oh.
So it's almost like when you have an AI that's trying to be real, but there's something just off that freaks you out about it.
Not quite there.
Yeah.
Okay. And it looks like maybe that's a miniature boat. Maybe that's like not a drawn boat, but maybe a photo. And then that's cut into art. Is that possible?
All of it is possible. I am unaware of exactly what's going on, but it creeps me out and I've moved on.
And I think there is a Photoshop, not filter, whatever those things are called in Photoshop, where that'll make it look like it is, like a model train or something. Mm-hmm. It'll make that look that way. And that's what that is. I still like it though. I still think it's neat. But I'm gonna have to Google Uncanny Valley because I've heard that mentioned before, but I don't know the history of it.
I am moving on to our Image books.
I would like to talk more about the history of artistic choices, and let's talk about Photoshop layers for a while.
Yes, I was like, yay, let's talk about more about moving on.
Ambassadors #1 at Image. This is a book from Mark Millar and Frank Quietly. I love Frank Quietly. He just don't get his books out on time a lot of times. Maybe this is already in the can.
There we go.
It'll be good to go.
That is such a good saga cover for 63.
I'm not there yet.
It's in the S's.
Oh, really? That's where the saga is? Thank you. Yeah.
I saw Local Man do this in the Solicit as well, where they have essentially a comic with a comic. This one I like.
A comic on the cover of a comic, or a stack of comics. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they did.
Meta enough that I like that.
I was thinking they did that on the first one, but they might not have.
Dan, Lovesick cover A's got a creepy one.
Yeah, I'm kind of regretting dropping that book. I've heard good things. I hate when I do that. Or just skip it altogether, like Junkyard Joe. That was a mistake too. But it's nice that I hear how good it is, and I can circle back.
There you go.
Great thing about digital. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World is on issue 5 with some crazy covers too.
Yeah.
Dark Horse giving us very little. It's Only Teenage Wasteland finishes up. And I still have all those issues stacked up. I haven't read the first one yet. I got to read that.
You went far too fast past the Something is Killing the Children cover B.
I did. It's gross, man.
Yeah.
That's gross. I can see you liking that though.
Yeah, 100%.
You're just twisted enough to like that.
Ooh-ha-ha. Team into Usagi Yojimbo, Where When, #1. Stan Sakai doing cover A, and Kevin Eastman doing cover B. You need them both.
Wow.
You need them both.
Wow. That's a great crossover.
Yeah.
Has that happened before?
Probably, but I don't care. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. If it hasn't, hats off to finally getting it done.
Yeah.
This Amazing Spider-Man 23 Bocciolo cover is cool. The Alex Ross is pretty nice.
Great.
I like that too.
Yeah, that Bocciolo cover is dope.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
The Disney cover. Well, once again, this is another of the Disneys I like.
For what?
1, 2, 3, the fourth book there. Amazing Spider-Man 23, Disney 100.
Oh, I went right by it. Didn't even
You
notice.
did. Yep.
Oh, okay.
These MODOK covers mean a little bit more and different to me since watching Ant-Man. So that's a cool Captain America Sentinel of Liberty cover.
Hats off to Marvel for the timing.
Yes, 1,000%.
Planning ahead. Good job.
I think I'm going to read this Rogan Gambit book when it hits. This number 2's popping through. I'm going to grab one and then catch up because I don't know. I'm just seeing these covers.
You like Gambit.
I do. I like Rogan Gambit, all that stuff. Drew, don't miss out on the Planet of the Apes window shades variant.
Gosh. No. It is torn up, though, as it would be.
Yeah.
Ape was the highlight of the movie Nope, if you haven't seen it.
Star Wars 33, we have the action variant, and if you didn't get enough Gungans, we have a second Gungan action figure. So just FYI.
Who's doing the Planet of the Apes? Do we know? Is it somebody good?
David F. Walker. It is David F. Walker.
And Dave Walker. David F. Walker and David Watcher. What do they know? What do we know them from? Luke Cage, Bitterroot, Iron Fist, Star Wars. So nothing great. I want to like this, Kyle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. I hear you trying.
We had this conversation though. You're like, no.
Yeah.
They've had their chance.
Yep.
Thanks
for playing.
Yep. I get you. You're allowed. I'll allow it.
How can you have obnoxiously sexy Vampirella covers next to a pregnant Vampirella cover? That's freaking me out, man.
I thought that was another Jar Jar Binks action figure Star Wars, but that's
again. I just explained that that's another Gungan.
That's dumb.
There can be only one of any race of alien.
I guess not. I mean,
Gungan lives matter.
I did the Gungan original series toys, right? So the original trilogy.
Yes.
And then the new movies, I think you were too old for the toys at that point.
Correct.
When the prequels came out. So
correct.
I never dipped my toe in toys again after the prequels. So those all have value. I get they were all necessary. I don't think any of the other toys are necessary because I didn't give a crap about them. So yeah. That's how my mind works. There's my Barbarella.
Yeah. Like I said, the Vampirella is freaking me out.
Ooh, even the Perilla? The Perilla Vampirella?
The Perilla Vampirella?
Vampirella? Some back half stuff.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to search through there.
Black Demon Tales #1 from Scout Comics Chispa. So that's an imprint. What does that imprint mean?
Mexican.
Like a Latino artist? Yeah. Latino imprint, maybe?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know anything about that. Kind of cool. They're not Spanish language, though, are they? I wouldn't think.
That's interesting. I don't know.
Don't Spit in the Wind, #1. This is a Mad Cape book from Stefano Cardacelli, doing writing, art, and cover.
Chispa is their Latin X Comics imprint.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Frank Frazetta with the Death Dealer books. Great covers. And they're relaunching another book. So Death Dealer must be doing well enough that they've launched Tales of Science Fiction, Tales of Science Fantasy. So Opus Comics gets another book out. And I think that's about it.
Yeah, we've already talked about your nasty book and
my nasty.
All right, Drew, what you got for me?
I'm gonna go with my Frank Quietly, Mark Millar, The Ambassadors #1.
I am going with the slam dunk of Detective Comics 171 and 25, Seb McKinnon whack job cover.
Which one is this? Remind me.
The crazy horror wedding.
Oh, okay. Not the. I thought you were going to go with the chainsaw through the head. What was that book?
Oh no, yeah. No, I'm going
Something
with
is killing the children.
Yeah, that one's awesome too, but it's independently orderable, and these 1 in 25s garner some attention. So this one is just cray.
Right. Yeah. So I have to allow 1 in 25.
Correct.
So you're putting your foot down. You're
Yep.
saying.
I'm not giving you another book, so you can just
as half of Kyle and Drew as 50% ownership stake in Comics for Fun and Profit. You're telling me now that you're going to start picking ratio books.
Yep, on this one I'm going to.
After 800 episodes, you're now
head on over with me to coverprice.com and let's look at our top 10 on the secondary market.
All right, that's fine.
It's not a tradition if you just throw a hissy fit. Throwing a hissy fit.
I think listeners are going to revolt. They'll probably write in. You're going to get hate mail. Mark my words.
Tell you what, they can only give hate mail if they purchased it and didn't make their money back.
That's the only way.
Yep.
Okay.
Receipts.
Receipts. Okay.
Who doesn't love coming home to a new package on their doorstep? Today I got to come home to this awesome Comics for Fun and Profit shirt on mine, and you can too. If you go to comicsfunprofit.threadless.com, you can check out their cool merch and get a shirt just like me. That was comicsfunprofit.threadless.com. Join the club. It's where all the cool kids are.
Coverprice.com. Number 1 book, Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 5, the Juan Ferreira regular print. In this issue, we see another new spider character, the captivating Dream Spider. Crystal Catoni was first introduced in Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 1. She was an ambitious scientist and explorer, and Crystal was imbued with superhuman strength and agility through a mystic stone. This stone's powers have barely begun to be explored and create multiple branches for future storylines of the character. We tracked 61 copies on the secondary market, $30 for a raw, but you can still get them for $3.
Huh. All right.
Vault of Spiders number 1 from 2018. As more promotional materials appear online, expect our top lists to crawl with a bunch of friggin' spiders. Yeah. More recently, a complete list of Funko Pops from across the Spider-Verse was released. Among these Pops was a version of a lesser-known Spider-Verse character, Spider-Bite, P-Y-T-E Bite. Spider-Bite comes from a universe where people primarily exist in a digital avatar form in cyberspace. Given that her character was heavily redesigned for the film, it will be interesting to see if her background remains the same. Prices have already doubled for the standard issue, and the variants on her first appearance is 232 copies sold. I'm going to say that again, Drew. 232 copies.
That's a big number. Big number.
CGC 9.8 is going for almost $200. Rawls at fair market value jumped to $25 for a friggin' Spider Bite.
Wow.
Yeah. Cray. At rank 3, we have Ultimate Fantastic Four, number 1 from 2004. Per the Entertainment Weekly, Jonathan Hickman and Brian Hitch are teaming up for a new comic series, Ultimate Invasion. This will be a major comic event for Marvel, focusing on Miles Morales and the Maker. It's unclear if the Maker will be a force for good or for evil, but the event brings back the Ultimate Universe in some capacity. The Maker is an alternate Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe, first appearing in this issue of Ultimate Fantastic Four number 1. However, Richards' official first appearance as the Maker is in a little book called Ultimate Fallout 4, which, as you know, shares its first appearance with Miles Morales. Ultimate Reed Richards is also on the Drew Check 1 in 25 variant cover for Ultimate Fallout 4. The fact that this upcoming series is centered around both these characters is appropriate, seeing that their first introductions are intertwined. Yet, when it comes down to it, Ultimate Fantastic Four is when it all really started. 35 copies on the secondary market, $75 for the CG 9.8, $8 for all. So that's a lot of craziness.
Okay, so I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. Okay, so
all you need to say is Ultimate Universe is back.
So we had the Ultimate Universe.
Yep.
We folded the Ultimate Universe. We cherry picked some characters from the Ultimate Universe and now made them into 616 characters. And now we were relaunching the Ultimate Universe with characters that are already in the 616, but are also going to be an Ultimate version of them, or will that be that same version back into the Ultimate version?
Who knows?
I don't. My brain is melting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At rank 4, we have Avengers Annual number 21 from 1992, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Spoilers ahead. Aside from the debut of the Council of Kangs, another post-credit scene debuting from Kang variant Victor Timely. This was a direct link from Quantumania for Loki Season 2. In the comics, Victor Timely was a powerful corporate mogul. He was previously a 21st century version of Kang, but decided to time travel to the early 20th century for personal conquest. In this timeline, he creates Chronopolis, a headquarters for all the Kang variants. Will Loki Season 2 deal with this time crossroads? Only time will tell. We tracked 45 copies sold, $285 for a CGC 9.8, and Rawls for $18. At rank 5, Something is Killing the Children number 1 from 2019. Officially adapted by Netflix. 19 copies on the secondary market because there's not a lot of this book. Almost $1,000 for a 9.8. Rawls are still upwards of almost $172.
Dang.
Avengers 267, more Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Spoilers. Kang has been rumored as the big bad for Phase 5. Quantumania revealed Kang's terrifying presence and gave a post-credits look at the entirety of the Council of Kangs. Additionally, the main Kang for the movie was seemingly killed off, quote unquote. If this is true, the storyline runs similar to the comics. This issue includes the death of a Kang variant, which had killed the Avengers in previous storylines. 2 years ago, a near-mint raw of this book was selling for about $2 to $6. This past week, 35 copies sold. $34 for Raw, CGC 9.8 for $300.
Jeez.
At rank 7, we have Superman Batman number 8 from 2004. As fans continue to anticipate the rebirth of the DCEU, they are still picking up the reintroduction of Kara Zor-El. While rumors of Keaton returning as Batman circulated the internet for quite some time, Kara Zor-El's appearance was a surprise. $46 for Rawls, very fines $24, 41 copies moving on the secondary market. We also have Blue Book number 1 by David Johnson, the Virgin 1 in 10 from Dark Horse that just came out.
Yeah,
this is James Tynion IV's project, always bringing loads of fans. His most recent endeavor focuses on a couple who claim to have been abducted in 1961. It's a phenomenal dive into a real-life events painted in the colors of exciting comic panels. 35 copies sold, $15 for Raw. You can get them for $11 if you're looking in the right places.
That's what half of it is. It's it's half a really cool like alien abduction book, and then the other half is like kind of a black and white circus thing that I don't really isn't as good. So they're missing like there's more in that book, but the other stuff isn't as good so far.
There you go. At rank 9, Ultimate Fallout 4. We know a ton about this. 29 copies, $2,000 for 9.8, $500 for Rawls. Duh. At rank 10, we have the Vault of Spiders number 1, the version that you thought was not a great version, but still $153 for CG 9.8s. Rawls for $19.
Yeah, crazy. Our back half of the top 20, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 7 from 2014. Henry Cavill is going to be in talks to play Spider-Man UK in an upcoming Sony project. That's kind of cool. 18 copies moved. High sale of $50 for a Raw. Near mitts settled around 15. Thor 31, the Russell Dowderman 1 in 25, which I don't remember that. It comes in at rank 12, and it's has every depiction of Thor across the ages. I thought I would have recognized this. I can't believe I missed this one. It sold 31 copies and had a high sale of $51 for a Raw.
Good looking book.
Yeah, I bet. I must have slipped through the cracks. X-Men 282 from 1991. This is Bishop first appearance, I guess.
Yep.
13 copies sold. High sale of 180 for a CGC 98. Near mint's around $20. That seems low for a Bishop first appearance, but maybe he's not as popular. Not that
I was
popular.
gonna say, it's just Bishop.
You're right, but isn't like every X-Men kind of popular?
No.
Okay. So it's Wolverine and that's it.
Yeah, Wolverine, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Professor X. Moving on.
Yeah. Anyone who was in the any new X-Men are not as hot. I get you. Rank 14, we have a Astonishing X-Men number 9 from 2005. I don't know what the deal is here. This issue features Wolverine and Deadpool teaming up. Oh, it's their team up, and since they're teaming up in the movie, this is their first team up.
Yep.
Which we think is dumb. 18 copies sold. High sale of $150 for a CGC 98. Raw's around $22. At rank 15, we have Superman number 1, the one per store we talked about earlier. High sale of $50 for a Raw. Currently around $26. At rank 16, we have the Amazing Spider-Man number 20, the Terry Dodson 1 in 25. There's some story spoilers in here if you haven't read issue 20 yet. Spider-Man and Mary Jane are done. She's been relegated to more of a feels like a sister role, which was weird. And Spidey is entirely on board the Black Cat train. Track 30 copies sold with a high sale of $25 for a Raw. I read this. I do remember lingering on that panel for like a second, saying, "Oh, he's really over Mary Jane forever." And then I was like, "Nah, they'll retcon this eventually. This won't last."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I'm surprised that would have any heat.
So you're surprised anybody would fall for that?
Yeah, but I mean it's interesting that they're the first appearance of their official breakup. I mean, what is that? Rank 17, we have the Avengers 269 from 1986. More Ant-Man spoilers involved in this one. Several Kang variants, including one of the more famous in Rama Tut. 15 copies sold. High sale of $70 for CGC 96. Near mint's around $11. Avengers 268 from 1986. This is more Kang stuff. What's the deal here? Kang Dynasty is the story title.
Yeah, this is the details of his origin.
Track 13 more copies of this. 144 for CGC 98. Raw's around $9. So, since that Avengers film is called Avengers Kang Dynasty, I can see the connection. So it might be worth grabbing a $9. If you think it might go up. Yeah. At rank 19, we have Spider-Man 2099, the first issue from 1992. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse will be here soon, so you'll get to see Spider-Man 2099 in person on that movie, and so this is the last chance to get this before it spikes again, maybe. 21 copies sold, $250 for a CGC 98. Near mints, Raw's around $14. Marvel Superhero Secret Wars number 8, the old black suit Spidey. 19 copies of this sold. We're still getting $700 for CGC 98. Raw's around $179. Good stuff.
Yeah. All right, Drew. That is looking at the secondary market and the prices of current stuff. Let's head on over to our sneak peek at next week and see if we can predict the future on what the next books are going to be. I'm heading on over to Lunar Distributions to find our picks, and I'm starting with The Adventures of Superman, Jonathan Kent, number 1.
Yeah, I think you know how I feel about John Kent being aged.
Dumb, stupid, bad mistake.
But these are some pretty covers.
Yeah. Do you care about Batman digging his own grave in 133?
No, not really. Even that Art Germ, I'm kind of tired of Joker covers from him.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Batman 357 is the facsimile cover.
And that's, what is that? The first appearance
Jason
of the Squid?
Todd.
Oh, Jason Todd. I think you told me multiple times. Batman and the Joker, the Deadly Duo, issue 5. Are we getting a Bermejo crazy one? No, not this time.
Mm-mm.
Flash got some cool covers as always.
I do like those Flash covers.
Now, who is the little girl Flash on the cover? I haven't been reading this. The Fraction. Only forget about one thing. An almost 10-year-old with the power to turn things around. Irie West has found her new superhero name, and she intends to use it while saving the Flash family from certain doom. First appearance of her character. Do you care?
No.
You might next week when you're reading it on CBSI's Hot 10.
It's possible.
Oh, there's the Bermejo Joker, the man who stopped laughing, number 6. Twisted. Is he doing his own stitches? Or is he cutting the stitches out? Either way, gross. Got a second printing for Nightwing 100. And then we got great Poison Ivy covers. Jessica Fong, a Josh Middleton, a Jenny Frison.
Irie West's first appearance, 2019's Flash Forward number 2.
There you go. I was wrong. Pass on that. Thank you for fact checking. Doing the research.
There's your Bermejo.
Yep. That's Twisted. Yeah. All right. Not much up there. Giving me any.
Or Nightwing cover. They get a second printing of the old 100. Gotta love it.
Yep. Let's see. Back down in Image, we're looking at Arc One Shot, which is Matt Hawkins, Ryan Cady, and Paul Feinstein, with art by Attilo Roja and a Stepan Sajic cover.
Love the Sajic covers.
Yeah, it is pretty solid. It's about poaching. Might be like a preachy book, but might be good. It's a pretty cover.
Stoneheart number 1 by Emma Kubert. She's doing both writing and art on this image book.
There's the one you were just calling that out.
Bubbly and headstrong Shade Whisper has been inexplicably exiled from her magical guild and relocated, left only with vague memories and romanticized hope. But when she hears a sinister voice in her head that awakens a power beyond her comprehension, she traverses her past and present to unravel her prestigious place within the mythical land of Athea. I thought that looked good.
Yeah. Dark Horse gives us Clear, another 3-issue series from Scott Snyder that probably was in his Substack or Comixology Originals, probably. Mm-hmm. From the Comixology Originals. And won't we have any more of those yet? Probably.
Yeah.
But looks pretty good.
Heck yeah.
Any kind of new
Snyder,
I'm kind of psyched for. Space Job. I did read the first Space Job. Guess I'll read one more before I make my decision. It wasn't great.
Thoughts on the Avengers 66 Hainsworth connecting wraparound variant?
Moon Knight jumps right out there off the page, doesn't he?
They've got like sprite-based versions of a bunch of your favorite characters. And sprites are one of my favorite art styles.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You're looking at not the A. You're looking at the Hainsworth. You just said Hainsworth. I didn't.
Yep. I said every word that would lead you.
What is sprites?
Remember the old Final Fantasies where you've got kind of the dot bit created items. They don't have smooth edges. They're created with.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sprites.
Yeah. Okay. This would appeal way more to you than to me.
Yep.
But it's still cool, and I think it'll probably resonate with folks.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
8-bit people will be digging it.
Absolutely.
Fantastic Four number 5. That's been so good.
Man, I like that Tau variant of Bloodline Daughter of Blade.
Oh, that is good. Who is that?
Whoever Tao is. Peach does a good one too, but Peach is backseating it.
So Blade is the living vampire that can walk in the sun, right?
Yes.
So this is his daughter.
Yes.
Who can probably also walk in the sun.
Yeah, I assume she gets more powers plus.
Okay.
Tends to be how things work. The kids are just exponentially better.
Yeah. A couple of cool Moon Knight covers, especially that Horley. That looks really nice.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that person's work, but it's pretty good.
I pointed out the Nightcrawler 2 Anatomy cover. I always thought that was weird and dope, but cool.
Yeah, you like that.
One of these days, I'm going to go back to Star Wars covers and find some deep gold. But right now, I'm just...
For now.
Yeah.
Too much of it. Too much of a good thing.
Yeah. Too much peanut butter in my chocolate.
I was excited about the X-23 relaunch during the FOC cycle. Can't remember which one I picked then. Probably the standard. Must have been the standard back then. Still excited about this. Can't wait to read it. No, I think it was the women's history cover was what I picked last time. But yeah, I'm excited to read this. I'm not picking it again though.
But just excited.
Yeah. More Dynamites and back half stuff. Black Tape that first issue was pretty good from AWA.
Oh, you read that one? Nice.
Yeah, I liked it. It was Rocker dies, has unreleased material. Label wants to release it. Wife of Rocker doesn't want them to release it because Jesus Christ, sort of tornado hitting. My goodness. If we lose
Drew
power,
suddenly
folks.
Cuts out. Just FYI.
Yeah, this might be we might have to sign off now. We are getting heavy winds and flickering lights. But yeah, it's good. I didn't finish whatever I was saying, but that's okay. Pretty good first issue. AWA always pretty good first issue, right?
Yeah, very true. Very true. Photonic from Fair Square Comics. An interesting little superhero thing there. $13, so no dice.
Yeah. Traveling to Mars. I wonder if this is finishing up at issue 4. Doesn't say it is. The Gimmick from Ahoy is Joanne Sterer and Alina Gogu with Erica Henderson. Gogu?
Gogu.
Not Grogu. Action drama written by rising star Joanne Starrer, who did Sirens of the City. I don't know if that's Rising Star, but all right.
It's funny.
Do you know that book?
I do not.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, okay. All right. What can I pick?
All right, Drew. Pick of the week. What you got for me, brother?
Well, I don't want to steal your thunder. I wish I knew what you were going to pick.
All right, then I'm going to pick Avengers 6060 Ainsworth Connecting Wraparound variant.
Okay. I won't steal your thunder then. And I will take Clear number 1, the Scott Snyder, Francis Manapul Dark Horse book.
Too easy.
Yep.
I want to thank you guys for tagging along with Drew and myself through our sneak peek at next week and all the fun stuff we've been having here. Head on over to patreon.com, search Comics for Fun and Profit, be part of the community, join the Slack, all the good things, get some of our special episodes, special reviews, all there for patrons only. We thank you guys and we appreciate you. For Drew and for myself, see ya.
As you know, our LCS is Cowabunga Comics, Lake Country, Wisconsin's best pop culture destination for new comics, back issues, gaming, retro video games, vinyl, and figures. Give them a call, 262-569-9999. Check them out online at cowabungacomics.com or follow them on Twitter at Incredicow. They are our LCS, and we utilize their deep discount mail order service to bring Oconomowoc, Wisconsin closer to us. They'll take care of you. Tell them Drew and Kyle sent you. Say hi to Eric and James from us. If you need an LCS, you can't go wrong with Cowabunga Comics.